Well, Honorable, this is a worrying issue, and anytime there is any issue by labor unions, the first action is to withdraw services after they have spoken and spoken and spoken. Do we always have to get to a point like this before issues are solved?
Well, good afternoon. Let me extend my greetings to your cherished listeners and to commend you for the good work. I must say this issue of labor unrest every now and then is not a good news at all, particularly when it involves a member of the essential group of workers. But I must also say this, that this feet dragging attitude of governments over the years is also condemnable. Governments over the years have been lackadaisical towards labor issues because they think they have some protections within the law that they can always rely on, i.e., the Labor Commission coming in to secure injunction from court to restrain workers from undertaking industrial strike. This has been back and forth for some time. I must say it's not a good development at all, at all, at all, at all, at all. Particularly with this GRNMA issue. It's been long standing issue from last year where some form of agreement reached between the workers group and then the Fair Wages and Salary Commission. Government had a part in it. They were part of the agreement. And then there was this splinter group from the nurses fraternity that took the issue to court, which also dragged for most part of last year. So I think this present day government should have been proactive by sitting with the nurses early part of the year. I mean, from the inception of the government, should have sat the nurses down, giving assurances and concrete steps to implement the agreement, the contents of the agreement, rather than to wait to this point where nurses have to lay down their tools to support to back their demands. I mean, my sister, it's not a good development at all. So I agree with you.
The Committee on Health be doing at this time, because this is worrying. Not having nurses in the hospitals, it's a very worrying situation. And so, what will the committee be doing in the interim to ensure that the nurses also return, because they have taken an entrenched position? They say they are not coming back to any negotiating table. All they're expecting is for the full implementation of the agreement.
I must say the Health Committee of Parliament has a role to play. Usually we do in times of in crisis periods like this. We're likely to convene a meeting between the leadership of the GRNMA and also the minister on the other side to see if we can reach some amicable settlement. I think this issue shouldn't have developed to this level. I must say this. It shouldn't have developed to this level. Looking at the contents of the agreement, they are talking about issues of fuel allowance, book allowance and research allowance, continuous professional development issues. There are minor issues, and also their welfare. Do you know that nurses are made to pay for their medical bills when they fall sick and they attend the same facilities that they work in? So these are the issues that they are on the table, and they were able to secure an agreement with government. You know, government is continuing. Government inherits assets and liabilities alike. So you can't say it was an agreement between the workers group and then the previous administration. So you not take it on board. We should be ready and also put into practice what you call government is continuum. I'm sure there are lots of things that this government inherited from the previous administration that they are happy about, that they are building on it, and then it's the foundation of the seemingly success that this government is shocking, that they are touting themselves about. But why should such an important workers group, when you come to hospital practice, nurses form about 80% of the workforce. So you need not toil with the grievances and concerns of such an important group. And I think we shouldn't sit down for these things to drag on. Likely the committee will meet, will do these engagements, and I hope by the middle of the week or by the end of the week, they should be able to go back to work.
When this whole issue started, the minister instituted measures to mitigate the situation, asking that some rotational nurses and all be available, going to provide security for some groups of persons who would step in, which to a certain extent infuriated the nurses. How would you assess his posture regarding the issue from then up until now, where he's now asking that they come back?
Now, to be fair with you and to be fair with the minister, I know Honorable Kwabena Minta Kando. And I'm telling you, the least said about him, the better. If you remember, in the early days of his office, he passed a comment about the nurses which was not good at all in his first few days in office. And also, you remember the brouhaha at Tamale Teaching Hospital, where the minister flew from Accra to Tamale to conduct clinical audits in the open ward, in the presence of patients, nurses, media, almost the public. Criticized the head of accident and emergency directorate of Tamale Teaching Hospital. So my issue is such a technical area like health. Government or presidents over the years have found it convenient to appoint just anybody to head to the ministry, which is absolutely wrong. I don't agree with previous presidents. Health is such an important area, such a technical area, that you need people who have the background, the requisite background, to be able to steer the affairs of the ministry. But what do we see? My former president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, appointed somebody who didn't have that requisite background. And the present government has also found another person like that to be in the helm of affairs. So sometimes we run ourselves into some of these troubles because you don't have the people with that requisite background who understand the nitty-gritty of the profession and will know that nurses are such an important group of health workers that their grievances shouldn't be toyed with. If the minister had been proactive, I'm sure he would have averted this exercise and we wouldn't be hustling like we are doing. But as health committee, we'll play our mediation role, and then we'll see how best we can bring the two people back to the table and see how best we can resolve this issue.
Right. We're most grateful for your time this afternoon, sir.
You are welcome, madam.
Honorable Patrick Boakye-Adom is a member on the Health Committee of Parliament.